What is going on, folks? Welcome back over here to the channel. Today we kick it off with episode 44 of the Mega Farm series. So sit back, relax, smash that like button, and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we are doing a giveaway, information in the description below. Let's get to it. What is happening, folks? So today we kick it off in the month of July. We went ahead and went on a little vacation for a little bit, but we are back. Animals got taken care of. Everything is all good. We have a lot of productions. We got a lot of stuff to sell off, but we have a major harvest we have to take care of. And if we look at the weather here, we have rain in our forecast, so we need to boogie and get this done as quick as we can. First things first, I want to get everything out to the field, and then go ahead and start harvest. And I think during harvest, at some point, we're going to probably hire out a worker just so we can get our products sold. I may break this into two separate episodes, or we may just try to grind it out really quick. I'm not 100% sure. But let me go ahead and get everything over to the field, and we will catch you there. Alrighty, we made it over here to the field. We've got our trailer and our truck and our harvester, and we are ready to start harvesting. So let us go ahead and knock this wheat field out real quick. think we have a problem. I think our silo is completely full. We may have to hurry up and put in a new silo. So let me do that really quick. Let's go here. There we go. Do we get the matching one? I think we just get the matching one. I mean, it's not really gonna hurt here. Let's line it up as square as we can, just so it don't look goofy. That's pretty close. And bam. Oh, now we gotta fix the gravel really quick. We were moving too. I didn't expect us to fill this silo up already, but that's a good thing. That is a really good thing. I'm gonna have to go back and touch this up a little bit. That's alright though. For now, I can live with it. I will touch it up after. I think we will get rid of both of these silos, and I'm going to put in a different one. Just not at the moment. I may do that off camera, and I don't know. We'll see. We're definitely going to redo the silos here, but this is kind of a temporary fix. So let us go ahead and get back to harvesting. And there we have it. We were able to knock out all three of those fields before the rain. Thankfully. Otherwise, we would have lost quite a bit of product if it would have rained. Now, I don't know if it will matter when we go to bale this straw up, if we'll lose out on that if it's raining. I guess that's something I'm going to have to wait and find out. But I got totals on each field, and I've got to add them up really quick. I know I kind of messed up on the second field. I think I left like 2,000 in the hopper, or in the in the hopper, and I think I might have misskewed those numbers, but I went ahead and I subtracted 2,000 from that total. So our first field, we ended up with almost 38,000 liters, which is very good, especially for the size of that field. Our second field, we ended up with, if I can use a calculator correctly, 49,000 liters of wheat. And for the canola, we ended up with almost 29,000 liters. We will take that. That's pretty good. I should have just hopped out of the truck, but whatever. We still made it. I need to get the mod to switch to closest vehicle. I think that would help out a lot instead of having to target through all of them just to get to the one I'm looking for. We can go ahead and turn these flashers back off. And I still haven't been able to fix these bridges correctly. It just sends everything flying as I go over. It's kind of ridiculous. But it doesn't really destroy anything. And we don't lose our crop from it, so just send it. Full send. So let us go ahead and deposit this. And we are going to get rid of both of these silos and do something completely different for these silos, just so they're not taking up our main yard here. So now what I want to do is we have to pick up our productions. I think we're going to start off with our honey, and then we'll end up getting our lettuce, and then we'll pick everything else up with our trailer. So let us go ahead and get to that. Alright, we made it over here into town with our first load, and this old Mac is struggling with a full load up these hills. I legit got stuck in my driveway trying to pull out with all this honey. It was kind of sad, to be honest. I love this truck, but I may have to upgrade it. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't have the torque I need. Now, we will probably keep it around, and I've got some future ideas I may decide to do with some animals. Still undecided on that. But if we do go that route, we'll need this truck regardless. So, let us go ahead. Let's get all this sold off. And I believe we may have another full, maybe 2 full semis of lettuce. And then we have all our other stuff. So, let me go ahead and gather the next load, and we'll see you over here. Alright, made it back into town for trip number 2. I don't think I'm going to use the semi for the next load, possibly 2. Only because of the fact that it's going to be just a mix match bunch of stuff. And unfortunately, we can't double stack, I can't put lettuce, mushrooms, and honey all in the same trailer. Which is kind of goofy to me. If there's a way around that, and you guys know it, comment down below, please. I would greatly appreciate that. Otherwise, we're just going to have to keep doing it the way we do it. Although the semi-trailer helps out a ton, especially with the lettuce and the honey. Because otherwise, that's so much loading to do. And another 93,000. We'll take that. Alright, we will catch you back here once we are loaded up again. Alright, we are pulling into town for our final load. Um, this is going to be a little tricky though because I had to stack these all wonky, and as soon as I unstrap them, they're probably going to try to vibrate and move. So we're going to try to do this quick. So let us go ahead and start with the dairy really fast. Almost 40,000 off the goat milk. We'll take that. And then for the final trip of all the produce, let's see what we get. Another 100k. Puts us up to 411,000. Not bad at all. And first things first, we are going to pay off our loan. We are completely paid off. We don't owe the bank anything anymore. Such a great feeling. But there we go, not knowing how to drive again. Imagine that. Alright, we're going to head back to the farm and we'll catch you there. So we made it back over to the farm, and I sat here and I thought about it for a little bit. And I think we are going to pick up a new baler. And I'm looking at this Kloss Quadrant 5300 FC, and it is AI supported. So I'm kind of on the fence on this one, or I'm looking at the Krone. I want to say it's a Krone brand with the Windrower. However, the minimum amount of horsepower is 250, and our case has 261. So I feel like if I go with the Windrower, I'm definitely going to have to upgrade my tractor, and we're not quite ready to throw that much money down on a new tractor as much as I would love to. I just don't think it's feasible. However, I do think we are going to pick this baler up. And we're going to pick this up, and I'm going to go pick that up from the store and go ahead and get all our straw baled up. But for now, we're going to call that for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.